法国。各位观众朋友，3月7号，礼拜一。虽然我们已经过了3月7号，但是这是第2天的赛程。现在来到了第3场，现在战况急剧落下，南韩选手0-2落后于 Beastyqt， 但是 Beastyqt 的表现我没办法说什么了。他的防守功力，整体的流程太寥落指掌了。如果 Leenock 中国都没办法打，那 Beastyqt 现在的状态真的是可能仅次于 Marino 哦。Demosling 跟 Marino 这2位也是很可怕。
Yeah, and then he can say, I legit 3-0'd you, even in terms of playing ability. I mean, we had the mirror matchup at the end. What I'm afraid might happen here is we might have a very long game because these two players have similar play styles playing up until the late game, and this might be an hour plus.
It can be, yeah, absolutely. And you know, it depends on whether we get
法国打法国，谁 snowball 起来谁赢。这一盘我认为只能打强军事，用最快的速度上来，谁先杀到对手村民，先 snowball 起来，这一盘他就赢了。
So in the mirror matchup with French, is it kind of about balancing the greed of when you get those eco upgrades, when you start going up to the next stage, and how much military you're going to produce?
A little bit, I would say. It's also very micro and multitask heavy.
Yeah.
I had the displeasure of facing Marine Lord once in a French mirror on Dry Arabia.
That sounds like a nightmare. That's like, top 10 worst situations right there.
Yeah, I mean, it was fun. I'm glad I had the experience. So basically what I did was double stable knights, and he did double stable knights, and I went castle and he didn't, and then he killed me. Yeah. So that's that was nice.
How many scouts do we have on the field here?
Let's see.
We've got 2 for both. Okay, 2 for both.
Yeah.
So there's quite a few sheep being brought back.
高视野区。
Attached to his other scout. I think he's already dropped them off at his town center. And Leenock, I saw 1 sheep trailing him there, and I don't know. Okay, he's got a few.
Yeah, he's got about 6 here, yeah. 1 extra. There's 3 at home. Quick math, 7, 10, about 10 maybe. And we can look at Beastyqt's sheeps, who's playing as blue. There's about 3 here, another 6 come in. That's 9, and he has 1 more scouts on the map with more sheep. Yeah, go find him, Ops.
Vodka, we count on you.
刚刚 Garby 说他打 Marino 的时候，法国内战，他们都是双马就开局。结果 Garby 上城堡 ，Marino 直接刷一波封建皇家骑士马爆，洗掉他。法国内战真的都是长这样，跟2代也是一样，马国对马国很吃这个 snowball。
Looks pretty similar in every single regard. It's a mirror matchup. The way that you get an advantage here is by sometimes as simple as killing like 1 villager that your opponent does not.
Yeah, I mean, if you sneak knights all the way around, right? You get that charge attack, and then you pick off a couple villagers early, and that's all it takes to pull yourself ahead in the mirror matchup. Means you might get up a little bit earlier, you might get your eco upgrades a little bit earlier, and it all scales. And we see Wheelbarrow coming in now, I believe, for both players.
Yep, both players getting it. It's pretty cheap. 192 gold for.
现在这边斥候开，双方都是斥候开，2只斥候开，镜像对决。这边双方一样点轮轴。这边要先捡鹿肉吗？我觉得不会，因为这一盘是 snowball 的对决。Beastyqt 的话，以他防守功力，哇，不知道，一样吧，枪兵加骑士。或者是真的要最 all in 的，就是骑士硬刚，看有没有人要先转枪兵做防守。现在 Beastyqt 盖兵工厂，看谁的骑士可以先打到对手的金。哦，
He trapped the scout. There we go. There's no way out.
Citizens arrest successful.
Beasty 杀了 Leenock 一个斥候。
Yeah, and there comes the first knight right across the field there from Leenock. As we see a stable coming down, basically a second stable for Leenock there. And
Leenock 盖2个马厩了，皇家骑士、皇家学院加上骑兵学校加上这个这个马厩。Beasty 他点了专业斥候，他又想要防守，我天 ！Beasty 想要防守一波，这个不就是4代 Viper feeling 吗 ？feeling 吗 ？Leenock 是一个超强军事，2个马厩开，兵工厂2个马厩 all in play 了。
And the mill is upgrading. Beastyqt is going for pro scouts. While this is economic greed, it is also safety. Greed is usually.
Leenock 已经140了，他心脏 OK 吗？我的天哪，超级高哎
！137 in age 2 in a French mirror.
He needs more Logan pets.
Oh my goodness, we're going to make sure he gets all maxed out on Logan pets after this series because Leenock is taking it to the next level here. He also has that gold in the back, I noticed. The gold for Beastyqt is a little bit closer to the town center.
True.
But if Beastyqt ever goes forward, once he gets professional scouts and maybe gets some carcasses under the TC and feels comfortable, he could sneak a few villager kills back there, I think, from Leenock.
现在是27村对29。
Leenock probably killed 1 or 2 villagers. So far in this game, we got a couple of idols.
Leenock 没有盖兵工厂啊。Leenock 没有盖兵工厂。我有2滴血的骑士拉走。
Oh, that's so satisfying when you manage to do that, right?
And then you send it away to heal with chivalry, and a wolf bites it and kills it.
Yeah, bitey infantry, it happens sometimes.
哦，这边开始搬这个食物啦。但是这边29村对31。Leenock 牵制在这个金矿区，这个专业斥候要防守起来，走这个专业斥候。这一波的空档 ，Leenock 是超级强军事，这一波要防守真的是很困难哦。Leenock 现在还没有盖兵工厂。
Well, because he didn't get the blacksmith either, and he went for a stable first.
Oh, that's true.
He went for the stable first. He did not go for the blacksmith, and he didn't invest in professional scouts. And I think Beastyqt also added 2 extra scouts.
Yeah. Well, he didn't.
因为 Leenock 是有没有在捡鹿肉啊
I think he added 1 extra then, because he had 3. Yeah. And he's still struggling. Look, he can't even get the carcass in. You dropped it like it's hot. Pick it up like it's cold. Come on, man.
现在这一把 Leenock 有机会。
Look, he can't get it. Get it. Pick it up.
Well, he misclicked. He's like, I'm tired. Okay. Huh? Wait, don't tell me it's bugged. It's bugged.
What is going on over there? Oh, no.
Can we look at his POV?
Oh, that's tragic.
I've never seen this bug.
Okay, he got it. He got it.
Okay. Well, we'll look at Leenock instead. Yeah, that was weird. I've never seen such a struggle for a carcass that's not hidden.
4代要点这些东西确实是比较复杂，3D 的游戏跟2代真的还是有差。捡个鹿肉捡得那么辛苦，Beasty 快摔键盘呐！那锤1幕了，你们知道吗？你们有玩4代的？我虽然我4代没有玩到很多，但是我知道那个很难点，打 key 堵拦呐。
Beastyqt tries to go back to the gold. Leenock is just sitting there.
We look at Beastyqt's gold 4. He's got 12 that want to mine gold, but the knights keep being here. I must say, Leenock is doing a fantastic job in this.
Leenock 这一盘真的有机会哦。
Made some worse decisions than Beasty in this series so far in how he played his strategies. But put it on a more simple knight versus knight.
He's getting comfortable now, Grubby. He's making his way into his comfort zone. As soon as the first wall comes down, look, his heart rate is dropping.
I haven't seen it change for a while.
I'm very calm in this situation. Yeah, he's stabilizing here, folks, and he keeps trying to go back to that gold from Leenock.
现在 BC 开始围了。
Night raid from Beastyqt. Leenock pulling the villagers before the knights even arrive.
That's what you want to do.
对面数39对37。哦，这里，然后双方马国都是要乱这个金矿区，因为这个出皇家骑士黄金很重要。
So I'd say Leenock is about 4 knights ahead. And the interesting thing is double stable is the I win the fights build, and a blacksmith is I kill your villagers build. So it's
哇 ，Leenock 这里有机会 snowball 起来哦。
He's in a great spot. You know, I think we get close to the situation where Leenock can just shove his knights in
start
BC's
snowballing.
face.
I mean, it's 17 military for him, and it's 11 for Beastyqt, and I think Beastyqt even has a couple scouts mixed in there in that military count. So
yeah, I think if you attack now as Leenock, you win.
Yeah.
Does he know it?
哇，
Yeah. Well, he has to suspect, just because of the low numbers that Beastyqt has been countering his knight raids with.
This is where we see whether Leenock's game knowledge is good enough to finish things right here. He knows how much gold denial he did.
And he saw the professional scouts too.
Yeah, and he stopped it for a while. He must know that Beastyqt is struggling in both the food and gold department for a while. Then he kills a knight. That just further drives home the point. That's exactly what's happening. It's a knight versus knight battle here, but Beastyqt
That's great positioning from him.
Yeah, he's not accepting inferior odds. He's doing a counterattack.
Yeah, and that's what you want to do. And now he's pulling the army that was going to head around to
小李后面没防守啊 ，all in 啊。
back into Leenock's economy. Takes a few villager kills there. I think he killed 2 from Leenock. Leenock pulling even the forward army back. This is exactly what you wanted in Beastyqt's position. This is fantastic stuff from him.
That is so good.
这一波差距差非常多啊，前面的军队全部都拉回来了。 但是 Leenock 想要包夹 ，Leenock 想要包夹。
Look at Leenock. He's trying to cut him off in the woodlands.
哦，
Can't go south.
包一波。
These will get some good charge attacks on.
哇！
There from Leenock, and now if he can transfer these numbers into aggression once again, we might be in a similar situation where we were a few minutes ago, where he could snowball into Beastyqt's base. But Beastyqt, knowing this, sends another force forward to keep his attention divided.
Villagers under attack. Leenock loses 1, 2, 3 villagers presently. That's a 4th one going down. 4 villagers killed. That's a 5th one. Nice
哇，糟糕哦 ！Leenock 这里想要包上面，然后现在 Beasty 打他的右侧。昨天 Beasty 用这招把 Vortex 打挂逆转。
Leenock cannot keep up. Oh my goodness, what a comeback here from Beastyqt, but Leenock still with the army advantage.
24.
So Beasty can't sit back yet.
24 against 16. Leenock is still in a position where if they A move at each other, Leenock wins.
这一波有点不妙哦 ，Leenock 慢慢的优势不见哦，强军是被 raid 到一波。
And knights are desperately being built up.
后面继续给这个鹿肉。
He's still got the counterattacks going on, so Leenock has to allocate some military forces to that, but man, this is a big force coming in from Leenock. Does Beastyqt have enough to charge attacks?
但是小李直接过来欧一波。
Units garrison behind it, but the number advantage still seems to be in Leenock's favor.
I want to see Beastyqt's point of view here. He's probably got other things working at the
哇，这里直接 Leenock 杀一波。
town center. There's no more garrison space. Beastyqt does have a counterattack launching.
Yeah, but how many knights? Does he have 4 knights only at home? And the town center is just not doing enough damage. He's got more
这边村民要全死了。
the gold from Leenock going through.
哇
Leenock
，Leenock
is there. He's like,
GG
okay, you can run away from me, but not for too long, buddy.
哇 ，Beasty 这里村民被抓包，全部死去。
He thought they would be safe. He's forgotten about.
哇，GG 了。
This is why you need to make a Mott and Bailey. Any medieval castle appreciators know that the Mott and Bailey is superior.
哇 ，Leenock 这一波。
This time they tried to get outside of the wall.
Yeah.
And then it got completely murdered by Leenock attacking from both sides.
Yeah.
37村杀对到27，刚刚 Leenock 一波本来要输， 本来要被打到平局的，然后现在又超级 red 一波。
And now we look at his villager count, 27 villagers for Beastyqt, 38 for Leenock, and Leenock with 16 military on the field. Beastyqt only with 10. The Knights
Beasty 没力了，他真没输了。
Leenock recalled his front army once, but finally he said, I've lost too many villagers. Now I'm certainly committed. I'll accept whatever trade I'm getting.
哇，但是这里 Beasty
He seized the 20 or 19 garrison town center.
Beasty 这里也在杀 Leenock， 可 Leenock 这里也大量村民，互相伤害。21村对27。
Is this a bit of a base trade going on?
It is. Here I was writing the epitaph for
22村对27。
He grabs my arm gently but firmly and says, "Hold on a second here. I'm not."
现在村民被杀到一个不行。再刺一波。22村对22村，你敢信？
It's the counter raids that have done it for him, and it's so satisfying to see this on a French mirror that many people think might be a little bit stale. You know, we saw it so often at the beginning of the game, especially.
现在躲到这个边边在挖黄金。
Crazy, and look at where Beastyqt has to go for gold. You know, the
这一盘
the farther you are from
太夸张。
I heard that from Lord of the Rings, and it's applicable here.
前面 Leenock 是打一个2马就
Wow, that's true. That's true.
打 all in play。
Lord of the Rings is true.
Beasty 是捡失流。
He's surrounding a knight and he's gunned it down with his lancers, chasing another knight. That one suddenly lost his way in the woods. And Little Red Riding Hood is
现在互相伤害到一波。Leenock 有15只骑士。 转长枪兵，25村对24，双方不知道他们那么接近，互杀一波，双方家里都没村了。Leenock 现在村民又输给 Beasty。 现在双方进攻疯狂在打村民。
That's Beasty's gold. Leenock still has his northern gold. That is, he's got 7 villagers there, so he can still make knights from the.
现在 Leenock 不知道 Beasty 在那边挖黄金。
My question is, do we get to 22 minutes and they're still at 22 villagers? Because
in 2022,
yeah, it's
on day 2,
exactly.
的边牧区。
Consistent here as the Knights. Oh no, they're gonna find so many kills on this whole line. Villagers going down, and now it's below 20 villagers for Beastyqt. 15 villagers.
Imagine going.
只剩15村。
He's like, wait, this is where I began. I'm going into.
只剩15村。
Oh,
哇，这里小李遇到了。 14村 ，GG。 哇。
He's had 11 villagers, 22 food, 11 army. Leenock finally has done it, but my did Beastyqt make him work for a day.
9村。
It was an unorthodox defense, right? Offense is the best defense, and that's exactly what he was doing.
我脸已经歪掉了，你们知道吗？这一盘。
I've said this before, but am I glad that we had a French mirror here?
Yeah, it's pretty cool to see economies drop when you don't have 3 relics to back it up.
Exactly.
And be a free ticket back to riches.
10 villagers for
疯狂进攻哎。
I've never seen this. I have never seen this. I've seen people with 17 pop play, but it's
10村还在打。Beasty 10村还在打。11村。
There we go. There's the production from Leenock. He's at a whopping 26 villagers, over double the villager count of Beastyqt. And Leenock, I mean, his heart rate was probably flying off the scales there in the middle of that one, but he has an opportunity now to settle it down because he has taken the 3rd game. And they will be going on to Beastyqt's first home map. I think
这一盘是今天最精彩的。
12 villagers, it's still It's something.
这一场真的是最精彩。
Gently but firmly grabs your hand as you're writing that epitaph. He's like, not yet.
Do not go gently into that good night.
Rage against the dying of the light, BC. You can still do it, Copium. But this was an impressive and entertaining game. When we say was, past tense, kind of disrespectful, but you know, let's face it, Dave.
You have 14 villagers now. You have 14 villagers with 11 of them being idle. You're the math guy. Maybe you can give me a percentage on that one as he runs
wow.
Because it worked so well for him the first time. You know?
Those villagers went outside. 15 villagers of them, basically just standing idle there as knights came in from the other side. Didn't know what hit him. Leenock grabs a very important victory, claws his way back into it. And that's it.
There we go.
GG.
I'm glad that we shared that experience together.
我们恭喜 Leenock 力挽狂澜，0-2落后，拿下重要的一盘，先把士气压住。这一盘是今天最精彩的一盘。我们这边稍微休息一下，马上回来。
He went for the blacksmith first. Leenock, stable first. Blacksmith later. And no professional scouts. He didn't have that investment, and he had the knight numbers.
And it's a risk, because now you're having to have mills on proxy deer locations. But instead, he had that army superiority practically the whole game.
Yep.
And for the most part, that always gave him advantages in that straight-up
fight. And he did get punished for that risk. That's the way Beastyqt could come back in the game, because he hit the villagers on the mills, right? Pulled the knights away and then hit the gold. I mean, credit to Beastyqt, but Leenock just focused on the main fights. He was always able to win against the big armies from Beastyqt, and then he just ran under the TC and said, "I'm not scared of your walls at all."
Some really cool pincer movements as well.
Yeah.
From Leenock.
I mean, if I'm Beastyqt, I am so tilted after sending those villagers out of the gate. Clearly looking somewhere else.
Too. I was thinking of the night battle in the top.
Yeah, no, the night battle was great, but he sent those villagers out. There's 15 of them, and then he leaves them there because he thinks the knights are going to go away.
Yeah, I can momentarily refocus my attention for a bit.
Yeah, and then he comes back, and he's wondering why his hotkey group isn't working. Well, my friend, it's because there's nothing on that grouping anymore.
Ouch.
Yeah.
We're going to see a pick of Mongolian Heights by Beastyqt. If it should go to the rubber match, Beastyqt still has King of the Hill. He's got 4 options, Dave. English, Rus, Abbasid Dynasty, and Chinese. It's a hybrid water map. English would be like... The story of English would be, I'm using longbows to kill your fishing ships while not going for water. Rus is, I've got Lodja attack ship conversion to compete for water in the early mid-game. Abbasid is almost like, I'll do some dock investment with the cheap docks. But then I'm perfectly fine to go back and go double TC and kind of give water for a while.
Yeah.
Haven't seen that a lot in this tourney, but that's what that would generally represent.
We haven't seen, I mean, to be fair, we haven't seen Holy Roman Empire on Altai too much in this tourney either.
True. People prepare things and then they use things.
Yeah, and they've been practicing these days too. Like, they go in there, they play a few games against each other. Everyone's discussing the strategies. Now, obviously, some people are hiding some things, but it's like a big think tank here as well. So maybe new ideas appear to them that they've never encountered before.
Beastyqt might go with Chinese, the final option, which is Barbican of the Sun on the water to deny one area of water. People can always pivot into another stretch of the river, but we've seen this kind of play a bit as well. As for Leenock, he could go with the Viper route, Holy Roman Empire. Opponent is delaying themselves because they're going for the water, and that's exactly what we see here. So right now you're seeing Mongolian Heights. One river separating the 2 players. We have Rus against Holy Roman Empire. Beastyqt is Rus in the blue.
好，各位观众朋友们，今天的第3场的第4盘，蒙古高原，然后 Beasty 2-1 ，Leenock 争落。
Yeah.